Hey guys, this is Coach, and here's the play that we were working on the other night in Smith School. I call it three because there are three main options that we go to. There are actually many more, but there are three ones that we want to focus on this. First thing you need to know on this is that everybody needs to be awake and like ready to make this happen. Um, if four doesn't set a screen, then two can't cut to the hoop. The timing's got to be tight. Everyone's got to know where they're supposed to be. So one brings it up. We're in a basic, 3-2 setup. We've got three up top. We've got our two low posts. And option one, we get the ball into five. And if five is not getting covered tightly, or that person is just dropping back and, in the paint, under the hoop, then five's just going to spin, turn around, and take a shot or drive. Just do a layup right there. Again, very basic. And they won't let us do that too many times before someone starts to come up a little bit and give some coverage to that. It's important that the point guard, when you get that pass in, you have to kind of look it away a little bit. Either look to your wing or, pump fake, because, that's usually when this play falls apart, is on that initial pass to five. Somebody just jumps up and intercepts that pass to him. Make sure you're close enough. Make sure it's there. Don't force it. If he's got people draped all over him, or in front of him, you're going to either have to, go up high or just start rolling to something else. Here it is one more time. And he just cuts right to the hoop because there's nobody on him, or they're giving him a lot of space. So that's the first option. That's the best option. It's the easiest shot. It's the least complicated, assuming that one gets a good pass into five quickly. And then two is going to cut to the hoop every time anyway. Option two is what we were just looking at there. Ball's still going to come into five, but this time four is coming up to set a screen, and two is going to look for a backdoor pass from five. Looks like this. Pass, screen, screen, backdoor, right there. 4 and 1 are going to come right out on those defenders immediately. I know it looks delayed on this. As soon as one gets rid of the ball, it just comes right over to screen that defender. That's for another version of this coming up, where we shoot an outside jumper. So again, pass in, screen, screen, backdoor cut, layup right there. Okay. The third option of three, everyone's still doing the same things. 4 is still screening up over on that side. 5 is still coming to the middle. On this one, 5's going to kick it out to 3, whose man is being picked off, and 3's going to shoot a 3, like this. Here it is. Now, if we try this a few times and you find that this defender is floating around, or he's yelling switch and 3 is actually covered, what one can do is just slide down a little bit further. He probably won't have anybody after he sets that pick, and one can try the 3. So if 3 doesn't have a shot, he can pass it back to 1. 1 can drive, can take a shot. So those are our 3 basic options. The first one is a drive right up the lane from 5. Our second one is the backdoor cut. And our third one is the 3-point out on the edge, screened by 1. Now, so those are the 3 normal plays. We can do some other things with this once we all get that movement down. One of the things we can do is that 1, after setting that pick on the defender, can just roll to the hoop, pick and roll. So if 5 sees that 3 is still covered fairly tight, or there's been a switch to cover 3, 5 can just dump it over to 1, like this. Pass, screen, right back to one for the layup. So this is really, kind of similar to the other side, what's going on the other side of the floor with two. Everybody's still doing the same things. Four is still, screening the defender. Two is still cutting backdoor. But this time, one, if he sees that person is going to stay, with that block, one can just cut to the hoop. The other thing we can do with this is if we can't get the ball into five, let's say the defender on five has come up, he's anticipating this, we can do this. Five can hold his ground and just set a pick for one to go right around. So as you can see, there's a lot of options. This is going to require, crisp movement, really fast passes, and everybody knowing what they're supposed to be doing. Not somebody, yelling, hey, move or cut or whatever. Everyone's just got to know it, and we'll practice it. And should give us lots of options, for some quick points.